my services are needed and not be
Anywhere he gets it from.
You're such a good son. I'm going to miss you when you
Detail.
Oh, don't worry about that, Pop. Cece.
Someone has to keep you on track and them college chicks off.
That's right, CC. You help tutor him. I'll take care of the young lady.
Here.
Yo, because I'm the cameraman. You know what? Speaking of which, Freak, you ready? Hey, man. Oh, just tell me in the world which university.
Vic, in due time. Relax, brother.
Yeah, Vic, shut up. Freak was born ready. Now make sure you don't cut off my head, because I got to look fly.
All right, everyone, I'm ready. Vic, you rolling?
Rolling.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone from my coaches to my teammates. You guys taught me the importance of teamwork and working together, so thank you. I'd like to give a big shout out to my main man, Vic, holding the camera down. I ain't gonna ask where you got the camera, but thanks. I'd like to thank my loving parents for sacrificing so much to provide for me and my sister. And I'd like to thank my twin, Cece, for being a great role model in my life. This has been an extremely tough decision. Each school was carefully considered, but I have finally decided to choose. I've decided to go to the great University of Michigan.
Oh, yes! Good choice, son.
Ann Arbor really appeals to me, and I look forward to developing into a great player under the great tutelage of the amazing coaching staff working there. It's an important day.
Hey, yo, Freak. Just like we practiced today, all right? Da 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 da.
Go Blue!
Mama.
Go back behind the camera. Go back behind the camera.
Go Blue! Go Blue! Go Blue!
Where'd that come from?
You know, deep inside.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Frequency vibrations. Well, you know that little dance he does? He came out doing that.
Freaking and vibing?
Oh, my goodness. Freaking and vibing. Yeah. He was running from the time he was 9 months old. I mean, really, the boy didn't crawl. He skipped that and went right to running around and getting into everything. He actually became, I guess, like a neighborhood mascot, you know? People were really proud of him. They come to the games and watch him, and then I could see that he became everyone's hope.
Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood.
All right, ready to go?
This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Michigan Wolverines.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
So on the floor for UCLA, we've got Looney, Free out there with Fresh. Then there's Campbell, and it's Roberts in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
Fresh, the pass to Free. That 3 off the mark. On defense, the Bruins. Crawford outside. Jones kicks to Ellis. Pass to Marsh. Outside, Jones. Here's Ellis. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Here's Free, covered by Marsh. Campbell against Jones. Free passes to Campbell. Lets it go from deep. And another miss by UCLA. On defense, the Bruins. Still without a basket in the game.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Here's Free, covered by Marsh. Fresh, the pass to Looney to the left side wing. Just 5 to shoot. Shot by Roberts, no good. The Wolverines leading by 5. On the wing, Jones to the paint, and it's Ellis penetrating. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Ellis has got his second bucket.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Starks. So Michigan going with almost an entire new group here. Smith checked in for Taylor. Ellis comes in for Cunningham. Banks checked in for Knight. And Freak subbed in for Flash. So on the floor for UCLA, we've got Free. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Porter. And it's Roberts in at the 5 down low. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball. Really, in all sports, the school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
And Michigan has possession after the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago. They swipe it. Here's Campbell, and the Bruins tack on 2 more.
And for the Wolverines, they have one official title in 1989. Have made it into the college championship game a lot of other times. Finished 5 times as the runner-up. Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And he gets it to go.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
The Wolverines leading by 3. Outside Banks. Pass to Freak. Ellis kicks to Jefferson. Back to Ellis. Michigan moving it around. And once again off the mark by Michigan. UCLA trails by 3. And there's the pass to Free. There's a screen. Here's Porter. No good off the front iron.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
4 seconds left. And once again off the mark by Michigan. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Wolverine. And the second half. Folks, welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Marsh, he's in at point guard. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones, and it's Crawford at the 2. And for the Bruins, they've got Campbell. Fresh is out there with Free, and it's Robertson at the pivot spot manning the middle.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And for the Wolverines, Marsh, he's in at the point. Ellis is out there with Jones. Then it's Smith, and it's Crawford at the 2. Pass to Fresh. They set the screen for the lead. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton, also coming out of Westwood.
And that one misses. Wow, Greg, all those great players you mentioned with UCLA, a lot of Hall of Famers in that list, Clark.
Yeah, and they've continued that tradition with current NBA stars, Kevin Love and Russell.
Here's Freak. So on the floor for UCLA. Johnson is out there with Thomas. Then it's Fresh, and it's Barton in at the point guard position. Freak dishes to Jones. Offline with his 3.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one almost always deadly when he's that open.
Fades back, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Fresh, the pass to Barton, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And that one misses. Ellis is checked in for Wright. And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Thomas. Looney comes in for Johnson. Campbell is checked in for Morris. And Free subbed in for Fresh.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered, and it's all about me. It's refreshing for a player like Freak, who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as a skill set.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Bruins?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode.
Change for the Wolverines. Freaks checked in. Clark, a critical possession right here.
Boy, Kevin, you can just feel the crowd on pins and needles right now. No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Here's UCLA. 3-point lead. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Irvin. Looney comes in for Johnson. And Free subbed in for Starks. Here's Free. He kicks it to Roberts. Good!
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And it's the Bruins with the ball and an intentional foul right there. It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
You got it. Let's get the
Here's
ball
Marsh.
inside.
And once again off the mark by Michigan. Here's Free. So it's UCLA picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off.
Is here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Georgetown Hoyas.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
On the court for Michigan, Marsh in at point guard. Smith is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jones, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
Trice kicks to Randall. Pass to Trice. Excellent D that time from Marsh.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, trying to take the lid off the basket.
Pulls up on the wing. He is hauled in by the Hoyas.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Randolph dishes to Trice. Price against Ellis. Price, the pass to Trice. Randolph kicks to Trice. Back to Randolph. Hudson dishes to Price. Clock at 6. Lets it fly from 18. The Hoyas with another miss. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Randolph. Crawford passes to Marsh. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Freak's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Price kicks to Trice. That's in, coming off an assist from Price. And it's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. Michigan making some changes. The Wolverines leading by 4. They've got Warren. He's out there with Nelson. Price is out there with Trice. And it's Gonzalez in at the 2 spot. And for the Wolverines, Marsh. He's in at point guard. White is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. And it's Banks in at the 2. And Michigan has possession. That's tipped. Freak dishes to Jones. He hits it from 9. Jones has got his first basket of the night.
I don't think they come much easier than that look.
And that one's good. Price.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Freak kicks to right, to the middle. Nice shot by Smith. And here's Trice. Pass to Price. They set the pick. There's the 3. And it's Michigan with the rebound. Here's Jones. And it's Freak missing.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt.
Out of bounds, Georgetown takes possession. And we're through the... Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
They've got Trice. Price is out there with Warren. Then there's Hudson. And it's Randolph in at the shooting guard position. On the court for Michigan. Marsh, he's in at the point. Ellis is out there with Jones. And it's Smith. And it's Crawford at the 2 guard. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Rebounded by Hudson.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that. Well, I tell you what, guys, so many great centers have come through Georgetown. For a while, they were the destination for great centers going into college. You can point to any of their teams and find an NBA center on the roster.
Freak passes to Jones. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Georgetown Hoyas have had so many great centers. Greg Monroe, Roy Hibbert, some of the more great recent guys.
Yeah, but don't forget about the one who kind of set that trend in motion. Patrick Ewing was just a dominant force, and then you had Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning, and it's amazing. All of these.
Here's Flash. Screen by Ellis.
Move the ball.
And stolen by Price. Hudson is out there with Warren. Then there's Price. And it's Trice. And it's Randolph in at the 2-guard spot. Wing shot on the way. Jump shot is good that time.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Here's Marsh. No good with the triple. Freak's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And thinking back to the Fab Five, there were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose were the most successful pros. All of them playing professionally at some level. It's still considered one of the greatest freshman classes, if not the greatest of all time.
This is checked in for the Hoyas. Cunningham, he's checked in for Michigan. Jones comes in for Flash. Now here's Harkless, guarded by Marsh. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
At the line for Georgetown, Kenny Warren. At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Warren.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've gotten extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
And good on the basket. Look at it.
Now that's a killer crossover. The defender got totally shook up by that move.
On the defensive end, I want some of you to crash the glass and get control of the ball. The rest of you, leak out so we can get some easy transition points.
Georgetown trails by 4. Up top, Harkless, covered by Marsh. Randolph goes in. No good from Hudson.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Now the Hoyas with it. Kicks to Harkless. We've got 1:18 left in the second half. Outside, Randolph. Passes it to Warren. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Feeds it to Crawford. Now the dish to Cunningham. Outside, Jones. Here's Marsh. Off target from outside. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
The Wolverines making a switch here. Smith is checked in.
Okay, nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed with this game still in doubt.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word,
gut easy. Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope the alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
That was a critical trip to the strike. They have a 2-possession lead now.
Can they get it? It's hauled in by the Hoyas. And now we've got the intentional foul.
At the line for Georgetown, J.R. Hudson. Taking 2 shots.
Here's Marsh. Off target from 3-point range. So the Hoyas win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds clock.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done